Welcome to Amazing Buys, where we discuss shopping, fragrance, and do reviews. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the notification bell, like and subscribe, and let's see what's new at Ulta. Starting off with the Tarte and Dunkin' collaboration display. I am loving how this looks. They have multiple items like lip masks, tint stains, lip plumpers, and lip glosses, and they all come with a charm keychain. So cute. Moving along, by Essence, they have these Juicy Bomb body masks. I don't know if you guys heard of this, but this is Viva Vanilla with notes of warm plum, vanilla, and sandalwood. It was a very warm vanilla. It was sweet. I actually like this one. It wasn't too bad. The next one is Caramel Crush with notes of caramel, toasted pistachio, and sea salt. You can already guess what this is similar to. It reminds me of Sol de Janeiro's Cheirosa 62. This is a bit lighter though, so if I had to compare the two, I would go with Sol de Janeiro. Alright, next is Lychee Lagoon with notes of juicy lychee, dragon fruit, and hibiscus. The lychee and hibiscus stand out the most. This is a very refreshing scent. I would say overall I do like it. And the last one is Zesty Citrus with notes of mandarin, pineapple, and rose water. I'm mainly getting the mandarin and pineapple. Overall, these are pretty light scents. I wouldn't run to the store for them, but they're okay. It looks like at the bottom they have some lip care, one in a melon, so very cute. Time to put Taya, kiwi to my heart, chocolate to handle, and wake me up before you cocoa. At the end they have juicy melon that is lip tint and it can be used for blush as well. At the bottom they have multiple lip glosses if you're more into the shine, and two lip oils in Marvelous, Mango, and Watermelon Wonder. So they have a lot to choose from, all fun fruity flavors for the summer. Alright, those are ranging between $2.99, $3.99, so the prices on these aren't that bad. The body mists are going for $6.99. Now there's a new Alien Extra Intense. The key notes are vanilla accord, jasmine, and cashmere. This is definitely a vanilla scent. It is a grown woman. It's musky. You're definitely getting those heavy florals in there. It smells purple, if that makes sense, like purple florals. And it has a coziness from the cashmere. So those key notes are pretty spot on. But if you're familiar with how Alien smells, then this isn't far off from what you're used to. Philosophy has come out with 3 new body mists, and these are actually pretty good. They're better than I thought it was going to be. So they're supposed to be mood boosting body mist, and for the first one is Coconut Rush. I thought this was such a pretty coconut fragrance. Let's take a look at the notes. Sorry, it's hard to see. The top notes is zesty mandarin, middle notes is creamy coconut, and the base is vanilla. What I like about this body mist, it's more tropical. It's not your typical solary, like sunscreeny coconut. It actually smells like tropical coconut. It smells fruity. The vanilla is not sweet. It's more like a vanilla flower scent. Hands down, that was my favorite. The next one is Pistachio Paradise, and oh my goodness. Let's take a look at the notes. The top note is pistachio flower, middle note is creamy cinnamon milk, and the base is vetiver. This is straight pistachio. I mean the actual nut. It is very nutty, guys. It does not smell like floral or anything. You can get a bit of that cinnamon milk in there, which I liked that, but it was just too much of a nutty scent for me. The last one is Vanilla Hug, which was my second favorite. Top notes of delicate freesia, middle notes of vanilla, and the base is warm woods. The freesia is kind of overlapping the vanilla a bit too much for my taste. Overall, it's a vanilla scent, just not my favorite vanilla. So that is my thoughts on Philosophy's new body mists that are infused with glycerin and niacinamide, and they're going for $28. Prada has come out with a new cologne. Unfortunately, my Ulta does not have the tester out, but no worries. I did get to try this in Sephora, so I'll make a Sephora walkthrough with a bunch of new fragrances that just came out. For the next fragrance is a new Kate Spade. This is called Kate Spade Pop, and this actually smelled really good. It was very refreshing. At first I thought it was grapefruit, but not quite. It smelled like some type of sweet citrus. In the notes it does say blood orange, so maybe that's what I was detecting. I was picking up on raspberry, some florals. It's a very bright pink scent. I think a lot of people will like it. I finally got to try Sniff Spray Tan, and it's it's better than I thought it was gonna be. Now, the coconut in this is solery. It smells tropical. You get vanilla in there. For some reason, I was detecting pear in there. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But I did think that it smelled better than I thought. It wasn't like straight sunscreen or anything. I was so happy that I found Juicy Couture's Just Moi. I told you guys about this in a short. I love how the bottle looks. This smells amazing. It smells so feminine. You get like some sweetness in there, some florals. I think a lot of people are going to like this. This is inoffensive. It smells pink. It has some type of juicy fruit scent in there and definitely can pick up on the vanilla. I think this was one of my favorite finds of the day, so I cannot wait for everyone to try this. I think you're gonna like it. I wanted to take a look at the prices. So the travel spray is going for $35. The 1.7 ounce is going for $116, and the full bottle is going for $143. YSL has come out with so many different versions of myself that I have lost count, but I think this is the absolute one. It smells very fresh. If you like spicy, gingery scents to it, you will like this. It's not overly spicy, and it does smell masculine, so overall, I think that it is a nice fragrance. They have a full display of Ariana Grande's makeup called REM. So these are the Fembot capsules. These are very like iridescent, glittery, shimmery items if you aren't familiar with it. I'm not gonna lie though, that purple one is kind of pretty, at least on the display. Moving along, yes, that does say Back to Ghoul. I did find the new Tree Hut scents. I was supposed to post this video yesterday, but I got so busy. This back to school stuff is kicking my behind. Do you hear me? All right, this is Sweet Pumpkin, and this has notes of apricot, pumpkin, and sandalwood. Pretty much this is a pumpkin spice scent. My store had this in hand wash, body scrub, and body wash form. The smell was pretty consistent in between the products, I would say, for this whole new collection, so I don't think you have to worry about something smelling different. And for those who are curious about the label, because this is something different, you know, than they did in the previous years, it's pretty much Halloween theme with Frankenstein and bats and jack-o'-lanterns and all that on there. Okay, let's get to the fan fave and my personal favorite out of this whole, you know, new collection. Cinnamon Dolce is a returning scent, and for a reason, but can I ask Ulta or Tree Hut, where is the body butter to this? This smells like sweet cinnamon milk, almost like a condensed milk. It just smells straight up like a dessert, and I feel like they need to bring out the full body care for it. This is an Ulta Beauty bath set. They bring out one of these every season, so obviously you know you have the Halloween theme. I was very interested in Meow. I didn't know what to expect from this one. This has notes of blackberry, lilac, and musk, and let me tell you, this is actually pretty strong. It does smell like a very heavy blackberry, so I think a lot of people are going to like this. If you are interested in the scrub, just to let you know, it does have shimmer in it, but it does look really, really pretty. Next up is Scare Glow with notes of apple cider, caramel, and vanilla. I didn't know what to expect from this one either, but let me tell you, it's kind of similar to pumpkin spice. I am getting the apple cider and the caramel, but it's overall giving a pumpkin spice feel, so it's not that much of a difference between Sweet Pumpkin and that one, but they both smell very good to me. On the same display table, they had some new Tony Moly items that are obviously pumpkin themed. They have Hemp's pumpkin spice and vanilla chai lotion. I told you guys already they're coming out with new Hemp's lotions. Hopefully you've seen my short about this new collaboration. So Wednesday on Netflix did a collaboration with NYX's makeup brand, and it is screaming Wednesday. Do you hear me? Look at all the purple and the black. You got the hand on top of these lip oils, and they come in 3 different colors. This one is called Thorn Pricked. The second one is called Moon Shifted, and the third is called Nightshade, which is obviously the darkest color. They have 2 different eyeshadow palettes, and I know this is going to sell fast. This is a phone umbrella. I feel like people are just gonna like it as like a novelty item if they really like the show. This item is the Nevermore Academy palette. As you can see, the front of it displays the hand going through the gate. It looks like it has some shimmery items and some neutral colors in there as well. Towards the back of it, they had an open palette so you can see the colors in person. So some purples and some dark colors, neutrals, and shimmery colors. All right, near the register, I spotted these Touchland cases One was Disney, obviously Mickey Mouse, and then the other one was Hello Kitty. These are kind of pricey. I was looking at the sign like, excuse me? If you don't want the Disney or Hello Kitty, they do have the Crocs version with the actual charms on there. So the only colors that I seen was in pink and blue. For the next collection that I spotted was actually Squishallow. This is completely random to me, but they have this compact eyeshadow palette with a Squishallow on the outside. They have lip gloss, body mist, even press-on nails. What caught my attention was the body mist because I was like, let me just try this out just for review purposes. Girl, skip it. Skip it. I know this is aimed like at little kids, but my gosh, those body mists, actually they're shimmer mists, smell straight up like glue. I don't know what they were going for, but all of them smell like glue. So yeah, I thought the collection looked cute, like maybe for teenagers or young teens, but I definitely would not be getting that shimmer mist for my daughter. But anywho, let's move along to the candles. They brought out some new ones for fall, which is going for $22. This is Poison Apple with notes of crisp apple, fig blossom, white cranberry, and apricot skin. This had like a fruity apple scent. I thought it was just okay. Pistachio biscotti had notes of pistachio, creamy vanilla, almond, and golden amber. It smells just like the name. Spellbound Sparkle had notes of raspberry, night blooming jasmine, and black tonka. I thought it smelled like a raspberry jasmine mixture, heavy on the jasmine. Haunted Cherry had notes of maraschino, cherry, damask plum, and vanilla nectar. I feel like those notes are pretty spot on. It's not my favorite cherry candle though. Forbidden Potion has notes of ruby berries, black magnolia, and oud. That oud sticks out. Pumpkin spice pretty much smells like pumpkin spice. They're kind of light. Now these candles are better in my opinion. Apple cider has notes of baked apples, warm glazed donut, and cinnamon sugar. It smells like apple cider and donuts. Now this next one, called Cosmic Embers, took my breath out of my lungs. This one is so strong. It's almost like you're smelling a flame. So you have been warned. This next one is called Ivory Woods, and this pretty much smells like Vanilla Wicked Ones from Bath & Body Works, just a lighter version. Frosted Pumpkin was the sweetest candle out of this collection. This has notes of harvest pumpkin, white vanilla beans, and spun sugar. I actually really like that one. So again, for these candles, they're going for $22.50. I would probably stick with Bath & Body Works, to be honest. Okay, that is it for my walkthrough. Thank you for watching, and as always, have fun, stay blessed, and happy shopping.